Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today's video I'm going to step back a couple paces, actually a couple hundred paces, and just encourage everybody just to relax. Welcome to the Candids series, where it's just as it sounds. Candid, unscripted, right in the moment because it's something that just needs to be talked about right now. So, let's get into this. For people who are caught up in what's going on in the world and this country and politics and everything, just relax. In fact, I'm just taking a little time here with my own. You want to look in there and say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Good job. I love you.
Love you.
You're my best friend.
You are better.
Kiss, kiss. Mm. So what I'm saying is, what's going on in the world is incredibly important. We need to keep our finger on the pulse of it. And there's a lot of crap just going on out there. We know that, especially if you're more on the conservative side, yeah, we are essentially the side being, I don't even know the word I want to use, oppressed, victimized, something like that. The left is essentially weaponizing everything they can against the right to silence them and shut them out. And we know that. We know that if you're a gun owner, your Second Amendment rights are absolutely at risk. And we know that. I've done a series on the Biden-Harris plan for guns, and there's nothing short of confiscation with their plan. So yes, it's at risk. And there are things that we must keep the fight in. But sometimes you get so entrenched in this and it will rot your mind. It'll destroy you. If you're on social media, as most of us are, it is designed, the algorithms are designed, everything is designed to keep you as engaged as possible. So it is going to feed you the most sensational stuff to keep you engaged and to keep you just angry and hateful. And we see that. Unfortunately, that's something that we see predominantly on the left, but we see it now more with the right. And of course, it's because the right is being pushed into shadow. So of course they have, every right to be upset and angry. Look what we saw at the Capitol building, just as a reflection of that, a symptom of that. You tired? Yeah. Yeah, she just woke up. It's about 5 a.m. at the time I'm recording this. And it's difficult for me to step away, and I'll just admit that, because as a content creator and putting stuff out here, I really try to give due diligence into research into everything I put out before I put out. So I can't tell you the amount of times it is watching speeches, watching press conferences, listening to the entire things, going back to the original native sources, reading reports, reading the news, both from the left and the right, reading CNN, and then reading Epic Times, comparing the two. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And as somebody who feels like I have a certain responsibility of providing the correct information, I need to be diligent in that. But even I still need a break. So from time to time, I still step away, shut everything down, go upstairs, play with the little one, hang out with the fam, because you need that. And I just want to put some people really quick at assurance, especially those on the right who think that we're moving into communism. That's not quite where we're going. You have to understand, look at who's in the top seats of government right now. Joe Biden, Lily, Joe Biden isn't. See what I mean? Real life. Right where life happens. So as I was saying, for those who are, afraid on the right that we are moving into communism and so forth, absolutely, keep up your fight. Don't stop. We need to be aware now more than anything. But let me just put you at ease a little bit. The leaders at the top, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, understand, they're not communists. When you understand what communism is, they're not communists. They're not. Every bit as much as as Donald Trump is not a fascist, never was a fascist at all. People who say that are people who really have, especially the people that have been after Trump for 4 years, they have no idea what fascism even is. They have no clue. They basically hear it through the talking voices on CNN and so forth. You know, you've got these guys like Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo and all these rabble-rousers that are on there spitting out these words, and people are sitting here just eyes glued to it, low information individual, and they gleam all that, and they're just thinking, fascism, fascism, fascism is bad, Donald Trump is fascist. They have no idea. They have no idea what fascism even is. So let me assure you, Joe Biden is not communist. What he is a deeply entrenched in the establishment globalist elite crony. He essentially is a tool by the left while also using his position for personal gain, including dealings overseas, which we have seen with China. This is not speculation. We actually have the information. We have Joe Biden sending his son on was it Air Force 2 to go negotiate a private interest-free equity deal for the family. Come on. But you've got Tony Bobulinski, who was involved with the Bidens, who has come out saying, yeah, the things that you're getting like now with the laptop out and that kind of stuff. I'm in this email. I'm involved in this conversation. I was a part of this. I was making money as well. Yes, these are the Bidens. And then you even have Political, which is a very left-leaning magazine that has come out to say, you know, they put out a couple years ago a report called Biden Inc. that has broken down the way that the Bidens have made money through being a part of the establishment and the industrial war complex, such as we go in, we find reason to blow up Iraq. So we go into Iraq and Joe Biden's brother gets the contract, millions upon millions of dollars to rebuild infrastructure. The big guy. So that's what Joe Biden is. Kamala Harris, she is definitely a more far radical left democratic socialist. Not as much in way of policy and so forth as like AOC and some of those others, but so much so that she absolutely, I think she is out of everybody in the Senate, was the least likely to negotiate with the other side. She's a dictator. She really is. I mean, we saw that when she was a prosecutor. Everybody knows that she was this tyrannical dictator who just had no heart for anybody. But she'll come out and pander about when she was a child and said, I fell out of my stroller during a civil rights march and I said all I wanted was freedom. Taken right from MLK. I mean, she's a plagiarist. She's a panderer. People fall into that because, again, CNN and CNBC and all these others, MSN, they're just sitting there, tell me what to believe and I will believe it. Tell me what to believe and I will believe it. But the point is, they're not communists. Democrats, socialists, sure, but not communists. So yes, we do have to be aware. Yes, we do have to keep up the fight. And yes, there are some terrible things that are occurring and happening, and we need to be strong in that. We cannot let these people just sit there without meeting them on the battlefield, so to speak. But at the same time, for your own health and sanity, step away. Take a day to relax. Take a day to go outside, play with your loved ones, sit with your family, enjoy the outdoors, skip a rock, fly a kite, go for a drive, turn off the politics, turn it off. It's all going to be waiting there for you. Come on back. Also, it would be very good for your mental health to do so because I see so much bad information floating around on both sides. Now, it's just as equal on both sides right now through social media. The stuff I'm seeing people on the right posting and believing, and I'm looking at this guy, and I'll message people saying, I just want you to know that ain't true. And I can't do that with the left because the people with the right, my experience is every single one of them with the right has been receptive. And they've said, oh, really? Like, how do you know? What have you seen? And I'll have a chance to tell them. The left, they're not. The left, they're entrenched. The left, it is absolutely for them. They've hit a new level of irrationality, just insanity. You cannot get through to them. They won't. You try to correct them at all, and you are a racist, bigot, white supremacist. xenophobe, homophobe, you name it. That's their playbook. So you cannot get through them. Yeah, forget it. But for those of us who still have a moniker of rationality left, take a break. Okay, just take a break. Relax. Go to church, join a group, sing, do something. Otherwise, this is going to just tear you down and mess you up. So, for whatever it's worth, I just wanted to put that out there for y'all. Okay? Chill. We're coming to a very dark place in this country. We see where it's going. It ain't pretty. So, let's just take some time, step away, relax. Then you can come back and fight.